right. Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, is in absolute hell in Indiana. Christie Sides continues to refuse to play through Caitlin Clark, and she's going to continue to lose. Asia Wilson versus Angel Reese. Did that rivalry live up to its hype? Cheryl Reeves is delusional. Cheryl Reeve's jealousy of Caitlin Clark and her stardom is continuing to show. It's a lot to talk about. We're going to get into some highlights and talk about it right after the All right. White Jesus splits the blitz.
43. Looking on.
That's all of us, White Jesus. That's all of us. That's how we all feel. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up, boys, girls, he, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your new home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to the episode. Let's go ahead and get into it because it's a lot to talk about, guys. For the returning subscribers and returning viewers, thank you so much for spreading the word. The channel is growing. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. 2,000 subscribers. We're like a few subscribers away. So if you haven't subscribed to the W360, please subscribe right now, okay? Like, share, comment, do all the things YouTube like you to do for new channels so that the algorithm is nice to the W360, okay? What's up, everybody, and happy Friday. Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about it. This coach right here stinks. She stinks. She is an absolute disgrace to herself, to Indiana, and to anybody that would want to play under this mess. What is your problem, Christie? What's your problem? What is your problem? Do you want to win ball games or not, Christie? You stink. You stink. You are the worst. Christie Sides is the worst coach on this planet. Now, there are so many questions that comes to mind with Christie Sides. One, why does Christie Wallace keep starting? Why does she keep starting, Christie? Christie Wallace is probably the worst player on this planet. I don't even think Christie Wallace could play or be an active player on any roster in this league. Not one. But yet she's a starter on this team. Why? Why? I'm just starting to wonder. I don't know if Christie Sides is doing this on purpose or if she's just this dumb on purpose. I don't know. There is no way she could be this dumb. Everyone in America is asking you why this girl, let alone starts, but why she even plays. Why does she play? So someone finally asked Christie Sides, what in the world are you thinking playing Christie Wallace? She's probably the worst guard in this universe. And you keep starting her. I want to play with Christie Sides what her reasoning is. Here is what Christie Sides had to say as to why she's playing Christie Wallace.
You've had 4 starters in double figures kind of consistently these past 4 or 5 games. Just what do you see Christie Wallace's role as in the starting lineup?
Yeah, Christie always draws that best opposing team's offensive player. I mean, she's got her work cut out for her. I thought she did a really good job on Marina Mabry the other day. I think she had 9 points at half. I mean, she's getting some open looks just because of what I talked about the attention that Caitlin draws and that Kelsey draws and AB draws, So, I mean, she's going to be ready. She's a fighter. She's always working. She's a dog. I love that in her. Yeah, Christie Wallace is the ultimate professional. She just asks, what do I do, coach? And she's going to do exactly what we need her to do. She's a great defender. She's also another good complement, out there on the perimeter with Caitlin and with Kelsey. She can bring the ball up. She can execute on offense. So she just brings a lot to the table with the tools that she has.
Christie Sides is delusional. Christie, are you watching the same games that millions of people are tuning in every game to watch? What defensive dog? What? Jewel Lloyd put 20 plus points, 15 points in the first half on her head. What defensive dog is she? Christie Wallace stinks. She is a stinky, dirty diaper. She stinks just like you, Christie. You stink. This team stinks. This entire team stinks. This team stinks. It's definitely a reflection. Christie Wallace had 0 points last night, 0 assists, and she played almost 18 minutes, Christie. What type of pictures does Christie have on you? There has to be some type of Polaroids in a yellow envelope that Christie Wallace takes to practice and just puts right in her face. Don't remember these. Every single practice, she has to just go by Christie and just go, don't you forget, I got the evidence. I know where the bodies are. You play me or I tell. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of. Christie takes some pictures to practice, every practice, and just put them in her face like, Christie, we may pull you from the starting lineup. Don't you? You remember. There's no logical explanation. She stinks. Stinky, dirty diaper. She is a diaper. She's awful. Her and that braid. Everyone is sick of seeing it. We're sick of you too. We are sick of it. We are sick of her and that braid. It's just flopping all around the place. And when she's running up and down the court doing nothing, it's just all over the place. Turnover after turnover. Get her off the court, Christie. You shut your pie hole and you listen and you get this girl off the court. We don't care about the pictures. Whatever blackmail or pictures she have on you, Christie, at this point, I don't even think anybody would care. Nobody would care. They would say, you know what? We don't care if Christie likes to do whatever she likes to do in her spare time. We don't care about the pictures. Get her off the court. Her and that braid. Next. I do not care that she had 15 points. I don't care. I don't care that she's a 10-plus year veteran in this league and made a wide open three-point shot or two. She looked off White Jesus multiple times in the game. I mean, my goodness, Erica Wheeler. If you take off your fancy little glasses that you keep wearing in the pregame, maybe you could see an open White Jesus. You could see Erica Wheeler stinks. She stinks. She stinks. She is awful. Awful. I don't care about her 15 points. She could not find the open player. But what's happening on this team? The problem on this team is that no one. Do I have White Jesus here? Yes, I do. No one. The problem on this team is that no one wants to understand, including the coach, that White Jesus is the go-to player on this team. You play through White Jesus. Don't play through Aaliyah Boston. We're not playing through Kelsey Mitchell. You're not playing through Nalissa Smith. And we're definitely not playing through Christy Wallace or Erica Wheeler. You play through White Jesus. She's a generational talent. Why is there not a system designed around White Jesus? You're trying to fit White Jesus in a system that's designed around everybody but her. Why? This team stinks. Last night game, White Jesus took 9 shots. You're not going to win a ball game with your NCAA top leading scorer only taking 9 shots. Now, I see a lot of people, this is one of two ways, because at some point, White Jesus has to get more aggressive, right? People are saying, Caitlin Clark, she needs to get more aggressive. She has to be more aggressive to score. I understand that. But I think Christie Sides, what she's saying to the media, oh, she has the green light to shoot. She can shoot. I think that's a bunch of baloney. I think it's a bunch of baloney. There is no way that you're telling White Jesus that she has the green light to shoot, but every play is designed to duck her off in the corner, and then she's used as a decoy. It's not adding up, Christie. So between Christie Sides and White Jesus, they're not on the same page. Everyone can see, listen, you have the generational talent on your team. You run your offense through White Jesus. And what's happening is White Jesus is getting the ball at the top of when she's run the point. She's coming off the high pick. White Jesus is getting blitzed multiple times. She's getting double teamed. So the only option she has out of the double team is to look to Aaliyah, and you never know what version of Aaliyah you're going to get. You don't know what version. Aaliyah shows up to the game. One game she wants to jump and run, and maybe she listened to her gospel music and read her Bible, and she plays decent. And then a game like last night, she stinks. She stinks. Aaliyah Boston stinks. She had a double-double, but if you watch the game, Aaliyah Boston, we're going to keep pounding it inside and pounding it inside for her to miss layup after layup. Bunny shot after bunny shot. Rookie of the year. So White Jesus is getting blitzed every time she's coming off that same ball screen. You have Christie Wallace here, who's not an option. You have Kelsey Mitchell to the right, who won't give the ball back when she gets the ball. And that's it. You can give it to Aaliyah. Aaliyah may can do a high-low option or maybe can kick it out. But again, half the time, you don't know what Aaliyah's going to do. Set up a different offensive screen or scheme. Set up a different offensive scheme, Christie. What are you doing in practice? If you know White Jesus is constantly getting blitzed, set up a different offensive system. If you're going to force Erica Wheeler in the game and put her at the point, run White Jesus off multiple screens. Don't you watch Steph Curry play? Run her. White Jesus should be running off a screen, off a screen, off of screen. But this can't happen on this team because this team stinks. And the players that she's playing with feel like they're scorers. We're not setting screens for her. They feel like they're scorers. There has to be some changes made on this team. Kelsey Mitchell has to get off this team. She has zero chemistry. Zero chemistry with White Jesus. Zero chemistry. Kelsey Mitchell is a hog. She's a hog. She's playing her own game on the court. Kelsey Mitchell gets this ball in her hands and the ball dies. Play is over. It's going up, baby. It's going up. Kelsey Mitchell shot a free throw. Missed the free throw last night. Second quarter. She gets her own missed rebound, dribbles to the corner, and chucks up another three. Instead of you get an offensive rebound, all right, let's get a good look at the basket. Let's pull it out. No. Why would we do that? Kelsey Mitchell shoots like she has a quota. I keep saying this. She has a minimum number of shots to take a game. So she dribbles it out and takes a contested three. Christie, why don't you pull her out for this mess? Christie doesn't pull her out. Christie doesn't pull out Erica Wheeler for her bouncing it off her little foot. She doesn't pull out Christie Wallace when she bricks a layup or throws it in the stands. So, no, I don't believe that White Jesus has the green light because it seems like every time she does get in takeover mode, she's pulled out the game. Christie Sides stinks. Christie Sides stinks. You know White Jesus is getting double teamed every game. Every game. Why don't you set up an offensive system for it, Christie? Now, if you pay attention for the game last night, this team had 4 fast break points. 4 fast break points. If you watch this team, they're effective the most when White Jesus is playing in transition. This half-court offense and system is atrocious. It's atrocious, Christie. Your half-court system stinks. It's a dirty diaper. Watching this team try to play in the half-court is like watching paint dry. It stinks. Run transition offenses. That's how they're most effective. That is how they're most effective. Run a fast-paced offense, Christie, and you run it through White Jesus. How many times do we have to keep telling you this? Millions of people are tuning in game after game, and they're not tuning in to see the ball get pounded down inside for Aaliyah to take 2, 3, 4, 5 bounces and then try to go up. That's not what people are tuning in to see, Christie. People are tuning in to see entertaining basketball. Entertaining basketball. And this isn't it, Christie. This team stinks. This team stinks. Everyone play through Aaliyah Boston. We got to play through Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston doesn't want to play through Aaliyah Boston. Yes, she got a double-double last night. But Aaliyah Boston stunk up the place if you watched the game and not the box score. She stunk up the place. Aaliyah Boston went 5 for 16. She stunk up the place. No one's going to play through Aaliyah Boston. For what? For what? Why? There's no reason to. None. Okay. Y'all are funny in this chat. Let's look at some key plays or a few plays from last night's game, and then let's come back and talk about it a little bit more. Let's look at some key plays from the game last night. Okay, here we go.
Round to Russell pick. Now to Horston. Gets a decent look. Can't get it to go. All of a sudden, that's 6 of 10. Not looking so hot anymore.
And this is crazy. Look at this.
Round to Russell
Look at
pick.
this.
Now to Horston. Gets a decent look. Can't get it to go. All of a sudden, that's 6 of 10. Not looking so hot anymore. And the baseball pass down.
People would think I'm making this up, but Katie Lou came out the game after that. Katie Lou Samuelson came out the game after that, and she didn't get back in. I mean, it's as if Christie Sides said, hey, no, we don't play that fast-paced, long Tom Brady passes, entertaining basketball here. You get the ball to Christy Wallace, and if you're going to run the floor and transition out and get fast break points, you're on the bench. You're on the bench. Seriously, Katie Lou played 4 minutes last night. 4! After that play. Can't make it up.
Round to Russell pick. Now to Horston. Gets a decent look. Can't get it to go. All of a sudden, that's 6 of 10. Not looking so hot anymore. And the baseball pass down court. On both sides missed thus far.
All right.
Clark now over the top.
Again, transition. This is how Aaliyah is best scoring. Transition. This team is best in transition basketball. Transition basketball. Not a half-court set. Get the ball moving in transition. There you go. Let's get back. Turnover. Careless pass by White Jesus. I see what she was looking at, throw. Jewel Lloyd did this all night.
Clark on the push. Behind the back dribble. Behind the back pass, rather. Back to Caitlin. Baseline drive.
See how they it's almost as if it's like, whoa, I got a behind the back pass?
Clark on the push. Behind the back dribble.
Go up!
Back to Caitlin. Baseline drive. Kick it out to Wheeler. Wheeler, good look at a triple. And knocks it home.
Oh, please. She still stinks.
As he's playing with 3. Skip pass over to
Look, look. White Jesus. Look. No one's coming to her. Look at this. Look. This Caitlin Clark is in hell. She's coming down.
Skip pass over to Erica Wheeler. Wheeler will rumble in and flip it up off the window and score. Forces her 30 feet from
Here we go. Look. Everyone just staring at her. Just staring. Just staring. And then this is what you get. Just a prayer shot up.
and they can smell it here at Climate Pledge. In fact, Benley, corner, turnover. So that's really the difference in the game right now. Clark leaning and hitting.
Look what happens when you run a play for White Jesus. This is what happens. Run her off some screens. This is all night. This is all night. This is all night.
That was all of last season. They're already at 10. Looking to tie last year's.
White Jesus from the logo.
They're already at 10. All of last season. They're already at 10. Looking to tie last year's winning record.
From the logo. That's all night. It's almost as if Christie
Losing by
Sides
2.
said no
Well,
more.
there's a brilliant pass by Holt. Feeling the defense of Mercedes Russell. In fact, Benley getting in.
So those were some key plays from the game. As you can see, in transition, the team is a lot better. They're in a much better position to score. But it's almost as if Christie Sides say, no, we're not going to do that. Run a transition offense and run White Jesus off multiple screens. And she's going to give you logo threes and Tom Brady passes because that's what millions of people are tuned in to see. Who else do you think millions of people are tuned in to see, Christy? It's not Kelsey Mitchell. It's definitely not Christy Wallace. It's not Erica Wheeler. Seriously. Also, again, as I said earlier, White Jesus has to, she has to just get the mindset as in, look, I'm shooting 15 shots minimum a game. I'm shooting. Minimally 15 shots a game. Get with it. But then again, I get it's hard to do because you probably have a coach that'll sit you down once you do that. But I do want White Jesus to just look for her opportunity to score more. Stop passing. This team, you're on a team full of bums. Stop passing, White Jesus. Stop passing. Seriously. But yeah, this game, Aaliyah Boston looked very much like beginning of the season Aaliyah Boston. She's just missing layups and just the ball is rebounds are just going through her hands. It's just a mess. Stinks. She stinks. Now, if you watch other teams, like look at Kate Martin, for instance, right? There's a difference. Someone just said Caitlin is too passive. Caitlin is too passive. I think what the problem is, and I see people say this, but I think the problem is Caitlin doesn't have a coach or a system that's letting her know the offense runs through you. She's confused. She's out there because, believe it or not, I think she's being told, you pass the ball, pound it in, we're going to get everybody involved. No. This team needs a coach. Shout out to Rhonda Stewart. Shout out. Thank you for the yard, Rhonda Stewart. We got to stop the live for $100. Thank you for the $100 super chat, Rhonda Stewart. Rhonda says, White Jesus, logo 3, love your live. Thank you for the 100. Appreciate it. Happy Friday. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. you, James. It's funny how those girls can make layups from everyone else. Yeah? Yes. We had another super chat. Thank you so much, Lauren. Crisp changed the team name to Dirty Diapers. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for the love on this Friday. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, James. Thank you guys so much for the support in Super Chat. I genuinely appreciate it. I don't know if everyone's at work. I don't know if people are working from home. But thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's a great gift. I appreciate it, Rhonda. Thank you so much. Back to you, Christie. Back to you. So yeah, I think what's happening on this team is she's confused. I think Christie is lying to the media and saying, oh, she has a green light to shoot. You don't even run a system for her to get shots off. She's getting blitzed and double teamed all game. Why don't you run an offensive system that can run her off screens to get off the shots that millions of people want to see? Why don't you do that, Christie? That's my 2 cents from the game. Sade sent the suit. Oh, I didn't see it, Sade. Thank you so much, Sade. Thank you, Sade. I didn't see the super chat. Sometimes I watch other people's like YouTube live, and I try not to get super duper into the chat while I'm, talking, because I hate watching people in their live continue to read chats and comments, and I'm like, no, I want to hear, so I try to balance it, guys. So if I miss your comment or super chat, I am sorry. My bad. Sorry. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Sade. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. James, I think, sent the super chat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Who is Pete P? Why are you so angry on this Friday? Is Pete P causing trouble in the chat, in the W360 chat? Steve Hampton. Thank you, $200 super chat. Thank you, Steve. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. $200. I appreciate it. Steve says, you, the Pope, B. Frank, and Adrian Ross need to do some pods. So I've checked out the Pope. Shout out to the Pope, B. Frank. I've checked him out, and I've ran across Adrian Ross. I think it might have been you that suggested them to me as well. Shout out to them. I like their commentary and channels too. So definitely. Thank you, Steve. I think you were the one that sent me a message and said to check out their channels. So listen, I'm for everyone that's covering the W, guys. Yes, shout out to them. I like them. I like them both. Thank you, Steve. $200 super chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So much. Thank you. And thank you for the recommendations. There are a few YouTube channels. The Pope, I like the Pope. I like Adrian Ross. Gosh, I can't think of his name. He is so funny to me. I think it's Black and White Sports or Black and White Sports too. I think his name is Dustin, but I don't want to get it wrong. He is funny to me. I like him a lot too. It's a few people that I like in this space that I poke around on. So, yes, if you guys have favorites, send me suggestions. Please send me suggestions. Pete P, you and the Pope would be awesome. People keep telling me that. I don't know if he knows who I am yet. We got to continue to grow this channel. So, we are working on guests. Rhonda Stewart, yes. Black and White Sports. Okay, yes. I know he doesn't know who I am yet, but I like Black and White Sports. Shout out to John Lucas. Thank you for the super chat. John Lewis, thank you. Why is CC being blitzed and double teamed? She is a rookie in a bad team. She hasn't proven herself yet. Asia Wilson beat best player in the league isn't guarded. That doesn't make any sense. Excuse me. This goes back to the coach. Because you know your rookie is getting blitzed and double teamed. Christie. You know she's getting blitzed and double teamed. Run an offensive system, something different instead of that ridiculous high pick and roll where the only option she has is Aaliyah Boston to go to. Run a different system, Christie. What are you guys practicing in practice besides this mess? And I'm going to put a button on Indiana. There was practice footage that got out from Indiana's practice, and I want to share it with you guys so you can see what they're practicing and why this team stinks. Why it stinks. I hope I put it on here. Here it is. Yep. Here's some practice footage. There's Erica Wheeler. This is awful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this mess. Erica Wheeler plays how she practiced. Mind you, you would think anybody that's played basketball, when plays like that happen in practice, why wasn't the whistle blown? And it's just everybody on the baseline. Everybody on the baseline. It looked like Christie Sides said, "Good job." Everybody should be on the baseline after that practice or after that play. But this is why they play like they play in the game. This is why. This right here. They practice exactly how they play. This was so funny to me. Look at this mess. Mind you, open. 2 players open at the top of the key and right here in the corner. Look at this mess. She does this exact same thing and this other missed layups. My God, this is awful. This team stinks. This team stinks. Stinky, dirty diapers. They practice stinky. They play stinky. Caitlin Clark is in hell. They have white Jesus in hell. And I'm sorry, this is a family-friendly show. I'm sorry if there are younger listeners or, cover your ears. Caitlin Clark is in hell. This team stinks. The only thing that's going to fix this team, just to put a button on Indiana, the only thing that's going to fix this team is if there's a coach on board that is bought into a system that can bring players around white Jesus who are willing to be role players. That's it. You have a generational talent in white Jesus on the team. The system needs to be built around her, just like a system is built around Diana Taurasi. There's a system built around Angel Reese. There's a system built around other, good players on their teams. Build the system around white Jesus. And you have to have role players around her. The problem with this team is those Kelsey Mitchell, Nalissa Smith, Erica Wheeler, Christy Wallace, they don't believe that they're role players. They think they're good. They think they're good. They think they're too good to set ball screens. We're not here to play in a system that's revolved around white Jesus. So there needs to be a new coach that comes and enforces the concept of this system is built around white Jesus. She's a generational talent. She's a scorer. And if you're not on board, sayonara. Sayonara. See ya. Peace and soul grease. That's it. That's it. Enforce it. Get some role players who will be bought in, because Kelsey Mitchell is the first one that needs to go. That's it. All right. You guys know the stats from the game. White Jesus had 15.6 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, she had a double-double again, 11 points, 14 rebounds. She went 5 for 16. I still think she stunk it up that game. She should have played way more aggressive, and she missed way too many layups. Nalissa Smith, 12 points, 9 rebounds. I don't even remember Nalissa Smith's 12 points. Kelsey Mitchell, 14 points, 4 turnovers, 0 assists. Erica Wheeler, 15 points. I don't care. Timmy had 8 points. And Christy Wallace has 0 points in 18 minutes. And Katie Lou, once she ran the floor and actually got scored fast break points, she was benched. She only played 4 minutes, but she had 2 points after her fast break layup, okay? Jewel Lloyd had a season high 34 points. Jewel Lloyd put on a clinic. She put on a clinic. Ezzy had 18 points. And just to give Aaliyah Boston some grace, Ezzy did give her a hard time in the paint. And Neko Gwumike had 15 points. Neka's time is, I think, is up, but she had 15 points. Shout out another super chat. Thank you, Rhonda Stewart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Rhonda Stewart says, the Pope B. Frank released a Caitlin Clark song this week called CC22. Stream on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, etc. Take a listen. The Pope song is CC22. I'll check it out. Thank you so much. I will certainly check it out. And everyone else in the stream, check out his song. It's called CC22 on Spotify, Amazon, Apple. Yes, I will check it out. After this, I'm going to go out and grab some lunch or something. I'm definitely going to check it out and see. I checked out the Pope, B. Frank. I think the Pope is dope. I love his commentary as well. So thank you so much, Rhonda. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. I want to move along. All right, guys, if you're tuned in, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button on this video. Hit the like button. We're almost at 300 live viewers. Hit the like button, guys. That's apparently helps the algorithm and things like that. So I appreciate it. Chicago and Las Vegas game. Steve, another super chat. Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. Steve says, here's one system to beat double teaming, a triangle offense. The Pope had heard of you but couldn't remember, so I told him to look for W360 or CJSoFoolish. Look at the people. Thank you guys so much for connecting us. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. I like the Pope. So yes, hopefully he knows or he can check out who I am eventually as well. Thank you, Rock Tonight. You look gorgeous today. Thank you so much. All right, I want to touch on this Chicago and Las Vegas game. There was a game this week. A lot of people tuned in. It was supposed to be a rivalry, right? And it was between Chicago Sky and Las Vegas Aces. Angel Reese versus Asia Wilson. The future versus the now. That I thought was like going to be the storyline and, you know, what's happening or whatnot. I just want to give my thoughts on this game. Do I think that the Angel Reese versus Asia Wilson kind of story lived up to its hype? No. No. And I think the reason why is because it started with these two. These two right here. Now, if you're watching the game, you can see in the pregame presser that Teresa Weatherspoon and Becky Hammond, I'm going to play it for you and we can come back and talk about it. This is the pregame.
Told y'all that was my little sister. I guess y'all didn't believe that. What up, everybody?
How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful.
This right here.
Told y'all that was my little sister. I guess y'all didn't believe that. What up, everybody?
How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful.
Whatever day it is.
I'm wonderful.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. So here are my thoughts with that. I don't think the game, I think there was a great opportunity for this game to be another type of rivalry, you know, as far as the storyline in the WNBA, as far as Angel Reese versus Asia Wilson. But these two made it super weird. This is super weird. They holding hands and they sat in the pregame. They sat in the pregame together, and we're going to do our pregame together. And we are here. We're sisters. I don't know what they are, former, whatever. It's not none of my business. It's not even important. But my thing is with this two, be competitive. Be competitive. This is not what sells. This is weird. All of it is weird. How do you would think you can kiss and hug and do whatever it is that y'all do after the game. But the thing is, like, to come before the game and we're going to do our press conference together and sit here and hug on each other and reminisce on our old lover days. This is weird. And I think this energy translated over into the game because I'm just going to be completely honest. I think Angel Reese was a bit intimidated. And I don't think she played with the same competitiveness and spark that she did against Indiana. That trash talking and that that she had for Nalissa Smith, I think she was intimidated by Asia Wilson. Camila Cardoso, too. I think they were intimidated. Now, I'll give a little grace. I mean, it's Asia Wilson. I get it. Asia Wilson is the best player in the league. I'm definitely not, taking anything away from Asia Wilson. But people want to see a competitive game. And I just don't think that they competed that game. And it started with these two and this weird interaction. They're wearing matching pants. They're hugging all over each other in the preseason the pregame press conference. I don't know what these two did in the past. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, this is another opportunity to where the WNBA could capitalize on storylines, rivalries. But then you turn around and get on ESPN First Take and say, no one's talking about other teams. There are other rivalries in the league. Y'all don't want it to be other rivalries. I don't see rivalries when I see these two in the press conference. I see two women who are sitting there that's like, we're just going to go out and have fun. We're going to have fun and play. You want rivalries and trash talk and competition? You need to go to another league. We don't do that here. We're sisters. We love each other. We are kumbaya. We are holding hands. Like, this is weird. Where's the competition? Do your little stuff later after the game. But Teresa Weatherspoon, I feel like, should have went into this game like, I got the best rookie in the league and she about to show your vet up. Create a storyline. And also, I wish Angel Reese would have had that same fire and tenacity. You don't have to be, there's a difference between having a respect for a player. Yes, everyone knows A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. She's the MVP, no doubt. A'ja Wilson is extremely gifted, okay? If you watch Vegas, A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league, no doubt. A'ja Wilson is going to get the MVP. I question a lot of things that the WNBA does, but I just don't think the WNBA would be that dumb not to give A'ja Wilson the MVP this season. But still go out and compete. Go out and compete. It just looked like Camila Cardoso and A'ja Wilson didn't even, and Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese didn't even compete. We're just all friends and we're sisters, and this is a sisterhood. It's a league. It's sports. This isn't a sorority. So this is just another example as to why what the WNBA is missing. They lack that entertainment factor, right? People want to be entertained. That's why the Sky and Fever game breaks record viewership. It's a real rivalry. People really believe these teams don't like each other. They're going head to head. It's going to be something. That's what people tune into. That's what drives ratings. Not this mess. We love each other. That's my little sister. We're going to wear matching pants. And this is love. Love is love. If you want rivalries and you want people talking smack to each other and you want hard basketball, you need to go somewhere else. You're not going to get it in this league. The thing you're going to get in this league is activism. And love is love. 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 It's a mess. It's a mess. And this, honestly, this weird interaction right here to me proved that these coaches are on the same page. They are literally purposely, they have Christie Sides in on it. I'll give my conspiracy. We are going to drown and water down the games that millions of people are tuned into because this is what they want to promote. Becky Hammon and Teresa Weatherspoon. We're not going to promote A'ja Wilson and Angel Reese against each other and get a rival. We're going to promote these two and whatever it is they had going on when they played at New York. And see what we get to do? We get to get our own teams and face each other again. See? Watch it. It's a mess. It stinks. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. Nonetheless, in the Chicago game, I said Angel Reese played a little timid to me, but she did get a double-double. It's her 9th straight double-double. She had 18 points and 11 rebounds. But again, I think Angel Reese played. I think she was a little bit intimidated. And just to her defense, I mean, it's A'ja Wilson. But I just wish I would have seen them compete a little more. Also, Camila Cardoso, she had 5 points, 8 rebounds. Again, I get it. It's A'ja Wilson. I'm not talking about the production part. I'm talking about the competition. If you watch the game, the energy it didn't seem like it was there to me. They played really timid. But I'll give them a little grace. I mean, it's A'ja Wilson and their rookies, but don't be afraid to step up to the plate. I just don't think the coaches encouraged them to. I think that they wanted to create like a love sisterhood game or something. I don't know. But all of this was weird. All of it. Teresa Weatherspoon and Becky Hammon's interaction before the game, after the game, the matching pants. All of it, it was weird. It was weird. And that's a norm. That's a norm. So, hey, You don't want to be competitive. You guys don't want to capitalize on the new storylines that are here. You don't want to capitalize on White Jesus and the viewership that she's bringing. It's as if this league is like almost like, no, we want to stay this small niche little league for just one certain type of audience. We don't want to expand. Why? No. Because if we expand, that puts more eyes where people can look at things like this and say, you don't think this is a little weird? You know, storylines, you know, aren't about rivalries and vets versus rookies and, you know, entertaining things like that that people want to talk about. No, they want to talk about Becky Hammond and Teresa Weatherspoon and maybe Dewana Barner, who, you know, has a stepmom and Alyssa Thomas, you know, from her twins that's by another WNBA player. That you know, that's the stuff that they, you know, this is what we do in this league. And it's not going to change. And I think Christie Sides is trying to purposely water down the game so the new players and the new fans, the new fans can say, you know, yeah, no, I'm good. And it could just go back to being just a niche little league where everything goes. No rules, no nothing. Everybody just be with everybody, you know? So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the Chicago and Vegas game. Thank you for the super chat. Mike, Pinky Lee Davis, thank you so much. CJSoFoolish, please do shut your pie hole face. I think I've said that this episode. Have you been here the whole episode? I think I've said that. I may have said it at one point this episode. I don't know. I can't just say it on the spot. It just has to come to me. All right, moving along. I want to talk about Cheryl Reeve, actually, really quick. So if you guys aren't familiar, I thought I had a picture of Cheryl Reeve up here. I forgot to put it in the deck. If you're not familiar, Minnesota Lynx, and I'm going to keep this quick. Minnesota Lynx, they're your new Commissioner Cup champions, your 2024 Commissioner Cup champions, right? They defeated the New York Liberty in the Commissioner Cup game earlier this week. I tuned in. I don't, Zakai sent the super chat? I didn't see it. Thank you so much. Everybody that sent the super chat, guys, thank you so much. I thank you so much. Zakaya, thank you so much. Thank you. But I want to talk about Cheryl Reeves because Cheryl Reeve is delusional. She's a mess. So Minnesota Lynx, they won the Commissioner Cup. I watched the game. You guys know I'm tuned into every game, right? They win. Cheryl Reeve, if you're not familiar with, she's one of the coaches in this league that said earlier in the league that Caitlin Clark isn't the only player in this league. There are other players and blah, blah, blah in the league. Anyway, Minnesota is doing well this season. They win the Commissioner Cup. Instead of this woman celebrating the win, instead of her, just, giving why we won, we work hard, things like this. This is what she had to say in the post game. And I want to watch it and come back and talk about it.
You got to talk about us now. You got no choice.
There you go. What does this mean?
Are you a believer now, man?
Hey, you're number one.
All right. Yeah.
I'm saying, what is it?
How many weeks did it take us? I know it's not that you don't believe in Fee. It's got to be the coaching. You doubt it every year. What do we have to do before you guys really start to believe in us? And we don't really care what you think, except for right now, right, where we get to say to you, you got to talk about us. Now you got to say, okay, we just beat a super team. You know how hard that is to do? Because you guys love your super teams, man. You love your super teams. That's all you want to talk about, your super teams, right? But we just beat a super team. Let's talk about it. We have a level of toughness. I know that when we show up, people aren't afraid of us. But our level of toughness, I'll put it up against anybody. You know, everybody had their moments. You know, Courtney Williams, I thought, was terrific in being a playmaker. Obviously, we know Fee was MVP, MVP. You know, BC's she throws daggers. You know, she was throwing daggers tonight. And so Diana Taurasi refers to her as that effing Italian. Years ago when Dee was playing overseas, and I didn't have the heart to tell her at that time that we.
All right, I'm not going to listen to the rest of what Cheryl Reeve had to say. I'm going to say this because this is a channel that I can't fake anything, and I put in the description, no sensitive viewers allowed, okay, Cheryl? Okay. Cheryl Reeve. The reason why no one is talking about Minnesota and your team is because they're boring. That's it. I said it. They are boring. In my opinion, they're boring, Cheryl. This isn't the same Minnesota team, you know, that won championships and things like that, we're familiar with Minnesota. Right? This team is a snooze fest. And they win. I get it. They win. Sure, we get they win. They make baskets. Fine. But you need to do. Minnesota isn't even coming out to watch your team. What makes you think people are going to talk about them on national TV? And this is my problem with the WNBA. Y'all, you think that just because they're out there hitting layups and jump shots, that's going to make people want to watch. There's an entertainment factor that comes with sports as well, Cheryl. Your team is boring. Boring. Nobody wants to watch them. I don't care if they go to the finals. They're still boring. A much more interesting Commissioner's Cup finals game would have been Vegas and New York. You want to know why? Because people want to see Asia go up against Stewie. Asia's much more entertaining to watch. Cheryl, your team is boring. I was watching the game. I watched the whole thing, and I was sitting there wondering what leftovers I have in my fridge. During the game, I was like, I know it's something else on my to-do list I could be doing, or I was checking my calendar for what I have coming up. I started writing jokes for comedy on stage. It's not, no one can tune in. You're boring, Cheryl. You're boring. You're boring. That's it. Your team lacks the entertainment factor. Nobody's going out and watch. Seriously. I was watching the game and I was just like, okay, Courtney Williams hit this mid. All right, good shot, Courtney Williams. All right, Nafisha. Oh, good shot. Your team is boring, Cheryl. I don't know. You guys sit around a round table and you guys figure it out. Figure it out. Get somebody in there. Get Liz Cambridge. Get somebody in there that could just bring some entertainment, bring a little drama. That's what entertainment is in 2024, Cheryl. It's a joke. And then you said this in your in the post game, and then you guys turn around the next day and lose to Dallas. Shout out to Odyssey Sims. You guys turn around and lose to Dallas. You're a joke, Cheryl. No wonder you're jealous of Caitlin Clark and her stardom. People are going to watch Caitlin Clark, Cheryl. You want to know why? Because it's entertaining. We don't care how many games Christie Wallace starts, guess what? People are still going to tune in to see White Jesus and not you. Not you, Cheryl. You have to understand that, baby. Seriously. Seriously. Paris Johnson says, we want Angel McCoughtry, period. Paris, I think you're the only one that thinks that Angel McCoughtry's ship has sailed. Her ship has sailed. Respectfully, I have a lot of respect for Angel McCoughtry's game, but her ship has sailed. We do not need Angel McCoughtry back in the league. Her ship has sailed. Her time is up. A lot of these women's time is up. A lot of these women's time is up. And that's what has to happen in this league as well. You got to get these younger, fresher, newer players in that could bring their audience with them. Just do a revamp of the league. But these older players, you know, they just have to know that their time is up. There's one player that I'm watching. I'm not going to say anything much yet because I'm still watching you. That's older. And if you follow my channel, you follow my videos, you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. But I'm watching right now. You know, and I just think your ship has sailed. Your ship has sailed. You better be glad you on a good team where you can hide just how washed you look. And I'm not going to say anything yet. All right. That's Cheryl Reeve and her delusion. Again, Cheryl Reeve, your team is boring. That's why no one's talking about your team. They're boring. Okay. Figure out another offensive scheme that can incorporate more entertaining plays. All right. Now, around the WNBA, y'all funny in this chat. I don't know why y'all guessing who I'm talking about. Shout out to another super chat. Thank you so much. Someone who writes reviews, $4.99. Thank you so much. This is hilarious. Congratulations on your channel. Deary, thank you so much. I only know one Deary in this world, and that's the Deary that I think it is. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. I received a ton of love today from my viewers and supporters. This is a community. We love to come together and share comedy and basketball commentary and truth telling. So I genuinely appreciate everyone that watched, subscribe, that's telling friends and things like that about the channel, guys. I appreciate it. I am so grateful. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, Deary. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Deary, Zakaya, Sade, and Rhonda Stewart, James. Oh gosh, don't make me start trying to think of names. I hate leaving people out. Steve Hampton, everybody, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the love today. I honestly appreciate it, okay? All right, around the WNBA, the ESPY nominations are in, and White Jesus is in, okay? Around the WNBA, ESPY nominations, Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark are nominated for Best Athlete in Women's Sports. Juju Watkins was nominated for Best Breakthrough Athlete. Caitlin Clark was nominated for Best Record-Breaking for Performance as she became the NCAA's all-time leading scorer this past season. You go, White Jesus. And listen, White Jesus, when you get your ESPY award and you go on that stage, don't you do like Paige Beckers. Don't you give up your moment. You are not obligated to go up there and give a freedom rights, a freedom fighter speech. You don't have to. You worked hard all your life for this moment. You go up there and you give a speech that you want to give from the heart, not one that everyone in the WNBA is looking at you like. You go up there and you use your hard-earned moment and just give a freedom fighter speech. Don't you do it, Caitlin. Don't give in. And everyone else that's telling her she used to use her moment and give a speech, you shut your pie hole. Shut your pie holes right now. Shut your pie holes, Caitlin. Caitlin, you go up there and you give a speech and you thank your parents and you thank your supporters. You thank your higher up. And whatever else comes to your head. Thank your boyfriend and everything else. Don't go up there feeling obligated to give a freedom fighter speech. You don't have to, Caitlin. No one's going to be mad at you. There's a lot of people that have your back. So if this gets to you, white Jesus, go up there and you enjoy your moment. You don't have to go up there and apologize for being good. Seriously. But yes, White Jesus was nominated for Best Record-Breaking Performance as she became NCAA's all-time leading scorer this past season. Paige Beckers was nominated for Best Combat Athlete. South Carolina Gamecocks and Las Vegas Aces are nominated for Best Team Award. That's going to be interesting because I wonder who would win out of like that nomination. That's tough. Like, I don't even know who. That's going to be tough. I'm looking forward to seeing who win out of that. Caitlin Clark was also nominated for Best College Athlete in Women's Sports. And the Best WNBA Player nominees are Asia Wilson, Alyssa Thomas, Breanna Stewart, and Naphesia Collier. So, yeah, those are your ESPYs Awards nomination, guys. Make sure you vote. I am looking forward to seeing White Jesus win definitely Best College Athlete in Women's Sports. I think she has that one in the bag. I think it's going to be a toss-up between Asia Wilson and White Jesus for Best Athlete in Women's Sports. I feel like that's going to go to Asia Wilson. White Jesus nominated for Best Record-Breaking Performance. I feel like she's definitely going to get that one. That one's in the bag. So, yeah, I think she has a couple of awards in the bag. It's going to be a toss-up between her and Asia Wilson, though. All right, in other news around the WNBA, Lexie Brown. It was announced that she's out indefinitely due to her battle with Crohn's disease. So, prayers to Lexie Brown. Lexie Brown said, listen, Cameron Brink is hurt. It's, I'm just going to go ahead and sit this out. I'm going to go ahead and sit this out. No, but seriously, best wishes to Lexie Brown. She's out indefinitely. And Lexie Brown was a player that I think, contributed a lot to that team. So definitely best wishes to her. All right, tonight's games is Atlanta versus Connecticut at 6 o'clock or 6:30 Central Standard Time, and LA versus Phoenix tonight at 9 p.m. Make sure you tune in. All right, if you have the WNBA League Pass, if you don't have it by now, get it. But it's also on Ion as well. Upcoming games to watch. It's this Sunday. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, a.k.a. Jesus Money. She is playing against, her and Indiana is playing against Phoenix. But at this point, we might as well say White Jesus versus Indiana versus Christie Sides and Kelsey Mitchell. She's playing against her own team. All right. But Diana Taurasi and White Jesus face off this Sunday. I will be right here after the game. We're going to talk about it. I honestly hope White Jesus puts 30 on Diana Taurasi's head. I do. And if the team is bought in, I think White Jesus can do it easily. But, we'll see. They play on Sunday at 2 o'clock, guys. Sunday at 2 o'clock my time, which is Central Time. So I'm not exactly... Check the schedule. Check the schedule. It's either, I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern time, but it's definitely 2 o'clock my time on Sunday. And also Chicago Sky plays Minnesota Cheryl Reeve's team. So if you just want some background noise to watch Minnesota play, you could definitely put that game on as well. All right. All right, guys, that's around the WNBA. Listen, if you are not, follow me on Twitter. Follow the show on Twitter. We hit 100 subscribers. I hit 100 followers on Twitter. I know I don't promote my Twitter a lot, but I'm actually active on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, follow the show, the W360, and don't forget the underscore, okay? The W360 underscore. Shout out to some of the viewers from the W360 that has followed me on Twitter. We chatted up. We are live tweeting during the game, so make sure you come and join us on Twitter. Follow me at the W360 underscore, guys. We really live tweet and chatted up during the game. So, and if you have found me, guys, thank you so much. Gosh, I'm trying to think of her name. I want to shout her out. I think it's Lauren C. Lauren C. found me on Twitter. We're on Twitter chatting it up, and it's a few other screen names, guys, that have come from the W360. Follow me on Twitter. We're chatting. It's fun during the games, and then we can meet right here after the game. So if you don't have a Twitter, get Twitter. Follow the W360 underscore. Okay? The W360 underscore, guys. That's going to wrap up this show today. To my viewers, to subscribers, guys, continue to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We're a few away. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I will meet you guys back here on Sunday after the game. Happy, happy, happy Friday, everybody. To everyone watching today, to the super chats, everyone that showed love, guys. Thank you so much. I, from the heart, appreciate it, guys. I thank you so much. What are y'all talking about in this chat? Rhonda says, I need to get Twitter. Yes, Rhonda, you got to get a Twitter. You got to get a Twitter. Chris Davis, great show. Thank you so much. Thank you. Highway Master, you are good. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I love the chat. Y'all are funny in this chat. I go back and read through the chat, some of this stuff. Y'all are funny in this chat. So I really appreciate it, man. Happy Friday. Everyone be safe. Take care of yourselves. And tell a friend and tell a friend. Subscribe to the show. The W360 is growing. All right. Until next time. Peace. And so grease.